Hello there folks, welcome back to the Chap's Guide. My name is Ash and I am your host on this journey through men's style, self-development and personal grooming. Welcome to a rather chilly winter's day here in England. And today I want to talk about the way that we dress has a profound effect on our self-esteem, our confidence and the way that we feel about ourselves as we go through life. Because I know research and even my own anecdotally observed evidence will suggest that dressing well is not just about looking good. It's about feeling good. It's about commanding respect and setting the tone for success in your life. So let's just unpack the whole situation about dressing well and how it ties in with your self-esteem. Now, there's quite a lot of psychology behind this whole self-esteem and the way that we dress situation, because studies undoubtedly, and I will demonstrate some for you here today, will show that the way we dress definitely affects the way that we feel. Now, in psychology, there is a name for this. It is called enclothed cognition, which is basically the way that our clothing affects the way that we carry out our lives. In 2012, they undertook a study in which a number of participants in that study were dressed in a white doctor's lab coat and told to undertake some tasks. Other people were dressed in a different manner. It is noted that the people who wore white lab coats, which of course is associated with capability and professionalism, well, they performed their tasks with a lot more confidence because simply they were wearing a garment which has that correlation to professionalism, whilst people dressed in another way simply didn't have that boost. So absolutely, when a man dresses in a certain way, dresses well, it undoubtedly gives him a boost to his confidence and allows him to perform his tasks in life with a higher level of confidence and ability than he would if he was dressed in a different way. So, why does dressing well have this impact upon us? Now, the first reason why I think being well dressed works for us is because, well, let's be honest, it makes a great first impression when we meet people. You know, when we encounter people and we know the way we're dressed is going to land well with those folks, it reinforces our own sense of self-worth because we know we've dressed up for this occasion, it's working well. It's having the desired impact. It is causing a great first impression to land with the people that we're meeting. Now, the next reason why dressing well boosts your self-esteem is it enhances your own self-perception. I don't know about you, but if I'm dressing to go out for the evening, when I'm all ready to go, I will make that final last glance in the mirror to make sure that all the parts of my outfit are in place. And I might think to myself, I might not vocalize this, but I might say, yep, you're looking good. You're ready for the night. And that polished appearance that you're providing is boosting your morale. It is feeding your self-esteem. It is making you feel more confident for the event that you're heading to or to meet the people that you're going to meet. If it's a date night, of course, you want to look your very best when you're aiming to make that valuable first impression on the people that you encounter. Now, another thing which will stem from that is the respect that you will find yourself gaining from other people. Because an intentionally well-dressed man, as he goes about the world, will find doors being held open for him. He will find people addressing him as sir when he goes into stores. He will find that his requirements are prioritized by sales assistants who will see a well-dressed man standing next to a man maybe in a hoodie and sweatpants, and he will make the assumption that you are a high value individual, somebody maybe of importance, if not financial wealth. If nothing else, you're somebody who takes an effort in the way that you're dressed. And the people who perceive you will identify that you are a person to afford extra attention. And of course, when you get this from people, it reinforces your own sense of self-value, and that will boost your self-esteem and make you live up to this impression that you're making on other people. Now, I can add a little bit of anecdotal evidence here because I've encountered that many times. I remember in my mid-20s when I joined the British Police Service, and I got my uniform, my patrol officer's uniform, when I started my career. And I found it really strange how, as I walked around the streets, people were looking at me. I got this impression that I was being watched everywhere I went. And it was, of course, because of the way I was dressed. But it became much more apparent when you got called out to a situation. Maybe there was a domestic argument in a home. You would go into the home, people were shouting and screaming at each other, but when they saw you, me, they would amend their behaviour. They would suddenly lower their voices, become compliant. And it wasn't about me, the man. It was about me, the uniform which I was wearing, which represented authority, and of course the fact that they'd be going to jail if they didn't behave properly in my presence. So absolutely, that boosts your self-esteem because it gives you confidence. Then you can go into situations knowing or hoping that that impact will lower the situation, lower the temperature in a scenario, even without you having to open your mouth. So definitely dressing well works when it comes to adding to your own self-esteem. Now, the next reason why this whole psychology thing works for us when we dress well is we get a mood enhancement when we dress in a certain way. Because I think we all know, when we put a certain outfit of clothes on, it makes us feel great. We've all got a jacket or a pair of trousers or something that we wear which just makes us, in our mind, look a little better perhaps than when we're wearing other clothes. It can be a favourite garment that you like to wear because it feels good, it looks good, it boosts you up. So maybe when you're going out to a situation, maybe you're going to meet a lady for a date, you think, I'm going to pick that jacket because it looks wonderful. It makes me look like $1 million. And when you put that jacket on, it makes you feel a little taller. It makes you feel a little more confident. So when we stride out into the world, knowing that or thinking at least, that we look great, it's going to boost our mood. It's going to make us approach life with that extra pep in our step that we need to perform our best. Now, to underpin the point that dressing well actually makes you more attractive to other people and is going to affect your self-esteem, I'm going to tell you about a survey which was undertaken by a British bespoke tailoring house called King & Allen. Now, in 2016, they carried out a survey with a specific intention of proving to their customers that a man in a suit is more attractive to the opposite sex. And what they did was quite simple, really. They took 20 men between the ages of 23 and 38. And those 20 men were from different ethnic backgrounds, they were different body shapes, they were just a good broad section of the population. Now, those 20 guys, they took 6 photographs of each man. 3 photographs of the man wearing a suit and 3 photographs of the same man, same lighting, same situation entirely, but wearing casual clothing. So they have 6 photos, 3 smart, 3 casual. Now, they took those photographs and they showed them to hundreds of women, again, between the ages of 18 and 38. And those women were also from a broad range of backgrounds. So this was, again, an entirely good snapshot of the population. And they asked the women to rank those men in order of attractiveness. Now, it should come as absolutely no surprise to you that 80% of the women said they found that men wearing suits were far more attractive than the men wearing entirely casual clothing. So even though it's quite simplistic survey to discover what women find attractive, it absolutely demonstrates that if you dress well, women find you more attractive, and that will boost your self-esteem if you're going into a situation where that's important to you, where you wish to be, giving the appearance of being attractive. Now, if you need a final reason why dressing well is a valuable thing to do in your life, it will enhance your professional prospects without a doubt. Because dressing well for the workplace signals to the people around you that you are competent, you are ambitious, you are ready to deal with situations. And that is going to boost your prospects in whatever job you're undertaking. And again, there is evidence to put to the test here. So a study took place in 2018 in Nature Human Behavior, a publication, and they examined how clothing influences the perception of people around them in respect to competence and trustworthiness. The findings of the survey demonstrated that men dressed in tailored suits were judged as more competent, successful and confident than those in either casual or ill-fitting clothing, even in quick subconscious judgments. So even if people just see you from a distance quickly, they will draw the perception that you are more capable than somebody who's less well dressed. The implication of this study shows that in professional environments, a polished appearance can result in better first impressions, more job offers, and it fosters enhanced career advancement in the workplace. So without a doubt, dressing well boosts that self-esteem, which is so important to setting that successful tone in your life. I hope I've said enough for you that leads you now to dress well to improve your prospects in this life that we're leading. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, click the subscribe button, like the video, drop me a comment, drop me a question, send me an email. If you would like to support the channel, you can buy me a coffee or you can become a patron for a very tiny monthly sum. You can get the extra videos which I make and have a personal relationship with me. And the patron link is in the show notes below. So until the next time, dress well, boost your self-esteem, and I'll see you again very soon.